Hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome to Hometown Today, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, your store for floors and so much more. Whether you're dreaming of brand new cabinets and countertops, stylish new flooring, or a luxurious shower or tub, Professional Floor Covering has everything you need to transform your space, including a great selection of flooring. You know, with floors in their names, they're going to have a great selection of flooring. You can choose from many different types, styles, and brands of flooring, including that fantastic selection of carpet, over 50 different rolls of carpet in stock, and a whole lot more that can be ordered in, plus hardwood, laminate, LVP, tile, and stone, and they also do custom area rugs. Randy and his team will come out to your home, measure everything up for free, provide suggestions on the types of flooring, give you some different price points, get you a free quote, and have your project looking great. Professional Floor Covering, 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam, online at PROFLR.com. Coming up tonight, we've got high school basketball for you as the Beaver Dam girls play host to Wanakee. That game over on Daily Dodge TV, as well as our sister station, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Mike Tronson brings you all the action beginning at 7 p.m. And coming up tomorrow, it's the big day. We are kicking off the 2025 95.3 WBEV Poker Run. That's right. Your best hand could win you a 3-night stay at the Paris Las Vegas Resort and Casino. We've got 8 stops on the schedule for you. You just come on out and build your best 5-card hand, and the best 5-card hand at our final stop on April 9th at Rock River Tap in Horicon. Going to win that trip for 2 to Vegas at the Paris Hotel. Our first stop coming up tomorrow at Zig's Lakeside Pub and Grill between Beaver Dam and Randolph. We'll be there from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. so you can come out, get registered, get your first card, and be on your way to building your best 5-card poker hand. Must be 21 or older to enter, 1 winner per household. And you can find all the rules and a complete schedule of our Poker Run stops over on DailyDodge.com. Again, we're kicking it off tomorrow at Zig's from 4 to 7. And then next week, Wednesday, February 19th, we'll be at Quality Cellular here in Beaver Dam, over by the market on North Spring Street here in Beaver Dam from 4 until 6. And again, that schedule available on the contest page at DailyDodge.com. When we come back, we'll get to sit down and chat with a couple of folks from the Beaver Dam High School Robotics program. Looking forward to that conversation, including a live demonstration. So don't miss that. That's coming up on Hometown Today from 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
owner of Professional Floor Covering, welcoming you back to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. A little Mr. Roboto to bring us back, because we have joining us today some members from the Beaver Dam High School Robotics Program, the Robo Hackers and Beaver Bots. We're going to go around the table and have them introduce themselves to you. We'll start at the far end over here.
Hi, I'm a junior. My name's Tyler Winkle.
I'm a senior. My name's Adam Paul.
Then I'm also a junior. I'm Owen Hemling.
All right, nice to have you guys on the program, and excited to talk a little bit about the robotics program at Beaver Dam High School. And we've had a chance to have the robotics program on a couple of times, but it's been a little bit, so we're excited to see it. And coming up later, they even brought along one of the robots, and we'll get to have a little bit of a live demonstration. So this is one of those that if you're listening over on the radio side, it's a good excuse to come watch over on the Daily Dodge TV side of things today, as we've got some fun stuff for you planned. So we'll go around, and we're going to get to talking a little bit about the teams and the program and some of the accomplishments you guys have had. But we want to get to know a little bit about you guys first. So we'll go around the table and talk a little bit about your background and kind of how you got into robotics. Tyler, we'll start with you.
I really joined robotics 8th grade year. We had an FLL team running, and that was just got me love for robotics going. And then we actually didn't have a team freshman year, so all of us decided as sophomores that we wanted to start up a team, and here we are 2 years later with a strong team.
Before getting into robotics, did you find yourself being kind of a techie person, or did you enjoy tinkering with things?
Oh, all the time.
All the time.
I get yelled at for taking apart radios. Every single toy I had something to do with robotics.
All right,
anything.
Very good. That is Tyler Winkle. Adam Paul, how about you? Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into robotics.
Yeah, so I joined my junior year. I've been friends with Owen for a while. He wanted to start up a team. Knew I was kind of into more of the engineering, like physical side of the robot. So I joined up. These past 2 years have been a lot of fun on the team.
Very good. That is Adam Paul. And Owen Hemling, how about yourself? Give us a little background, how you got into robotics.
Yeah, so my story's been a lot longer than these two, and then a lot of the other members. So I started back in 2nd grade. So this is my 10th year in the robotics program. I got started by seeing a demonstration by the old Robo Hackers team. They brought in some little Lego robots and had a sumo competition where we got to build on those robots and then have a sumo competition at the end. And really from that point on, I was just kind of hooked on the whole program. I've kind of worked my way up through the FLL, the first Lego League side of it. Like Tyler said, our freshman year, we didn't have a team. And so sophomore year, I just kind of decided, hey, I want this team back. I got Tyler, got Ethan, some of the other members, and we kind of just said, hey, we want to bring a team back to Beaver Dam. And so that's what we did. And then this year we were lucky enough to have enough interest to bring back a second team.
All right, very good. Again, Tyler Winkle, Adam Paul, and Owen Hemling joining us with the Beaver Dam High School Robotics Program. And tell us a little bit. You talk. There's the Robo Hackers. There's the Beaver Bots. Can you talk a little bit about? In fact, we're going to take a step back further from that. Give us a little background and history about the robotics program at Beaver Dam High School.
Yeah, so the original Robo Hackers started around 2010, and then lasted up until COVID, and even a year after COVID. But after that, the program stopped, and so our freshman year there wasn't a robotics program at the high school. So what ended up happening is Tyler, myself, and a couple of other members started up that new team our sophomore year, Adam's junior year, and we've kind of brought it back this year. we added a second team. We had so much interest that we couldn't fit everybody onto one single team, so we had to create a new team, and that's kind of where we're at right now with our 2 high school teams.
All right, very good. And the robotics program is going to be putting on a robotics showcase coming up next Wednesday, which is a big part of the reason we've got them here. Next Wednesday, February 19th, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Beaver Dam High School Library. If you want to check out and learn more about the robotics program, the team, some of their accomplishments, they'll be doing that next Wednesday, 6:30 to 7:30 at the Beaver Dam High School Library. Talk a little bit about some of the accomplishments of these teams this year.
Yeah, so the big thing this year is just getting the second team started and getting them going. That was huge for us this year. We wanted to make sure that they had an enjoyable experience in robotics as we've had these past couple of years. We managed to bring home some awards this year as well at our competitions. We took home a Motivate Award at our second competition, which was from all of our outreach work in the community, some of our community events, and other things like that.
All right, very good. Again, Tyler Winkle, Adam Paul, and Owen Hemling with the Beaver Dam High School Robotics Program, the Beaver Bots, and the Robo Hackers. And again, that robotics showcase coming up next Wednesday, February 19th, 6:30 to 7:30 at the Beaver Dam High School Library. We'll be back with more with the Robo Hackers and Beaver Bots when we come back on Hometown Today from 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
It's Randy from Professional Floor Covering. You're listening to Hometown Today on the 5,000 watt flamethrower on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings. We are visiting this morning with a couple of the folks from the Robo Hackers and Beaver Bots, part of the Beaver Dam High School Robotics Program, getting to know a little bit about the program. They're having a big showcase next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, from 6:30 till 7:30 at the Beaver Dam High School Library. You can come out. You can learn a little bit more about their season and the program. You'll get a chance to maybe even get to try out one of the robots as well, and there'll be some light refreshments as well. We'll talk more about that with the team coming up, but we've got with us Tyler Winkle, Adam Paul, and Owen Hemling, a couple members of the robotics program. And I want to talk a little bit about your guys' experience as part of these robotics programs. each of you talk a little bit about kind of what's been your favorite part of being a part of this so far. Tyler, we'll start over with you.
My favorite experience had to have come last year when we at what was that Brookfield qualifier, when we had no clue what was going on. I didn't even know we'd get selected as a team member, and then we actually went through the matches and so much adrenaline running through, and we actually ended up winning the competition. Our first win ever. First competition. We didn't know what was going on, and it was just the greatest moment we've ever had, and took us to state.
Yeah, that sounds pretty exciting. Adam, how about you?
I mean, I got to be right there with them. We were both on the floor together driving the robot. Absolutely great experience, you know, coming out to our first competition, coming home with a win in a state spot.
And Owen?
Yeah, so obviously there's been a lot of great memories I've had over this time, not only at the high school but in elementary school and middle school. I think one that stands out to me, and quite recently, was just those couple days before competition. Right, we're at the high school for hours after school, getting the final preparations on that robot. And the one that I remember vividly from recent memories was this last competition. Everything just started coming together real nice at the end. Our robot, the driving side was working really great. Things were just coming together. And then the one I remember is our autonomous. That's where our robot drives on its own. There's no one controlling it. We just have it pre-programmed to do something. It just worked. Just the whole sequence, 30 seconds, it just all worked and all came together. And it was just a really exciting experience to be at the high school. It's about 9 o'clock at night. You're just surrounded by all your friends, and you're just watching this thing you've worked on for months now just all work all at once. And so it was a really cool experience.
I was going to say, it's got to be a pretty great feeling to put in so much work on building something and to see it accomplished. But on the opposite side, does that mean there's also some heartbreak from time to time when you guys do this?
Yeah, so I think, I think most of us would agree, this year we unfortunately didn't make it to state. Our very first we had two competitions this year. Our first competition, right before it, our robot it broke, did not work. We spent 7 hours building a robot from scratch. You know, it's not ideal. We made the best out of it. We ended up winning the Think Award, which is the second highest award you can get. So we still had a great time, and we're able to cheer on our other team, the Beaver Bots.
Oh yeah, that was probably the most satisfying thing about this year, is just having the other team and seeing them enjoy what we were able to help them accomplish as a first-year team, and just getting them so interested in robotics, because we're not all going to be here for much longer. Like, Adam's leaving this year, and we just want to give them a baseline to be able to be set up for the future.
One of the things I've heard you guys touch on a little bit that I want to ask about is, how important is it in this program? How important is mentorship and having somebody to kind of mentor you along the way? Because I've heard a few references to that, both from you guys being mentored and, you know, you just talking about, you know, cheering on and mentoring that other, you know, newer team. Talk a little bit about the importance of mentorship within robotics.
I'd say it's huge. I mean, it's for a lot of the members, you know, coming in their first, second year, not knowing a ton about mechanics or coding or really how any of this works really. So getting that opportunity to help show people along is almost more rewarding than building the robot yourself. You know, teaching somebody the skills that you know and that you've worked hard to develop, and seeing them succeed with those is an incredible experience.
Yeah, it sounds like mentorship is definitely a big part of what you guys do. And is there, as you guys have been involved in these robotics programs, are there things you have come across that maybe you had these misconceptions within your own head that before you got into what it would look like, or as you talk to people who aren't involved in robotics, things they maybe misunderstand, or maybe they don't know that they might be surprised about?
Yeah, so especially with the program that we're a part of, First Robotics, it's really more than robots, right? At our level, there's just tons of outreach and community work that we do, but at the end of the day, we're learning a lot about robotics and coding and all these skills like that. But really, it's that personal growth, being able to work with team members, getting those problem-solving skills and that interest in STEM. That's really what FIRST Robotics is about, right? At the younger levels in middle school and elementary school, they have a second part of the competition where it's a project that they do, where they have like a theme that they have to find a real-world problem and come up with a solution to it, right? So FIRST Robotics is a lot more than just that robotics side that you kind of see with the robot moving around and all those moving parts. It's also that personal development, working with the community, and just being able to grow as an individual and as a leader.
Tyler and Adam, how about anything that you guys have seen, where people have maybe been surprised to learn something, or, what has kind of been the reaction you guys have seen?
The most commonly asked question is, oh, so does it battle? That's the most common question we get.
Sure.
But it's more than that. We're actually working to solve a goal. Some years it's been like climbing with a robot. Some years you're hanging specimens or like trying to put blocks in a bucket. Kind of like solving like a real world type example, like submarines. This year was that goal, to grab something from underwater and be able to place it up on the surface. Type of challenges like that help you kind of get a feel for what you would do in the actual engineering career. Because I know a lot of us, I think our entire varsity team plans on becoming an engineer. And it's just a great process to get prepared and kind of dip your feet in the water.
So what I'm hearing is you guys are going to be demoing your robot here coming up in a little bit. What I'm hearing is don't expect a saw blade or a flamethrower on it. Is that what you're?
Yes, there's no inherently dangerous part of the robot. Sometimes Tyler drives a bit recklessly, but that's besides the point. FIRST Robotics, our challenges are all about, at the high school level, you're working with another person in teams of 2, and it's really about that teamwork and coming together to work together and score as many points as you can. So that's also another really nice part about robotics.
What and I imagine there's a lot of factors that play into this, so there's maybe not an easy answer, but on average, I mean, what kind of time do you spend building an average robot for competition?
So this year we met about 3 times a week for about 2.5 hours each night, mostly just building the robot itself. And we started back in September, I believe, this year, and went all the way up until about 2 or 3 weeks ago, our last competition. So it's a lot of work from all of us. And then we also can't spend that entire period building, because we have to allow time for the programmers to come in and do their thing, and then also drive and practice the robot and make sure all this stuff functions in the actual competitive setting.
Yeah, and it's not all about the robot as well. We're also working with outreach events and getting the community interested, as well as preparing a presentation for judges where we describe what we've done and other stuff like that. It's not just the robotics aspect.
All right, we're talking with Tyler Winkle, Adam Paul, and Owen Hemling with the Beaver Dam High School robotics program, the Robo Hackers and BeaverBots. Again, they are having a showcase next Wednesday, February 19th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. in the Beaver Dam High School Library, so you can mark that one on your calendars, and you'll get to go and learn a little bit more about what they're doing and get to see it up close and personal. And when we come back, we're going to get a chance to have a little live demonstration of the robot here on Daily Dodge TV. So if you're listening over on the radio side, definitely encourage you to hop over to Daily Dodge TV on DailyDodge.com, or just look up Daily Dodge TV on YouTube and check it out. When we come back, we'll have that here on Hometown Today, presented by Professional Floor Covering, also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings. If you are in need of a fresh new look for your home, maybe you need a gift for Valentine's Day, or it's time for a new lamp or new picture on the wall, you are in luck. McKinstry's in downtown Beaver Dam is having a big sale on all in-stock accessories. You can save on lamps, pictures, mirrors, metal art, and tabletop accessories. Whether your style is traditional or contemporary, they have it all. You can save an additional 10 to 50% off all these great items. Plus, wall clocks, mantle clocks, grandfather clocks, area rugs, and throws are all on sale, as well as baskets, floral arrangements, trees, floor vases, and pillows. Discover the accessory sale on now at McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam, where customers matter and quality counts. We'll be back with more Hometown Today next on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. is presented by Professional Floor Covering, your store for floors and so much more. It's also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. And we'll get back to visiting with a couple of the folks from the Beaver Dam High School Robotics program, the Robo Hackers and BeaverBots. But before we do that, we've got to visit with our good pal, Dr. Verlo from Verlo Mattress. Good morning, Dr. Verlo. How are you?
Good morning, Cale. I'm doing great, and I was just going to let you know that Verlo is offering a lot of options for Valentine's.
Hey, you know what? What would be a great gift for Valentine's Day is a really good night's sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you both benefit. You and your partner both benefit from sleeping good at night. It's something, that you can both use. It's not something that's going to make you fat like chocolates would, and it's not something that's going to wilt in a vase like flowers. It's something that you can use every night over and over and over again. We've got our mismatch sale, and we've got some great savings going on throughout the store with that.
Yeah, talk about some of the savings that people will find at the store right now.
Sure. So with our mismatch sale, we're offering additional coupons up to $200 off our V7 line, up to $250 on the V9. Even the guest beds and kids beds, we've got those on sale with an additional $100 off the sale price. And just to explain mismatch, opposites attract. It's that time of year. The mismatch is all new materials, just discontinued fabric. So you might have a different color box spring, a different color fabric, on your border and on the top panel. All new materials, same quality inside. It just doesn't match. And for that, we're offering these savings.
That is fantastic. So this is a perfect time for people to stop in and take advantage of Valentine's Day to fall in love with a new Verlo mattress. Dr. Verlo, where can folks find you?
Sure. So in Beaver Dam, we're at 1613 North Spring Street, down here in Fort, 201 North Main. My hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 5, and Sundays, 11 to 5.
Now, the question is, Dr. Verlo, we've got some of the members of the Beaver Dam High School Robotics program with us today. Are you using robots to build the mattresses yet?
Not yet. But I'm open to prototypes and suggestions.
There you go. Maybe they've got their next project lined up. Dr. Verlo, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
That is Dr. Verlo with Verlo Mattress, and we are back with some of the members of the Beaver Dam High School Robotics program. We have Tyler Winkle, Adam Paul, and Owen Hemling joining us here on the program. And I think it's time, again, if you haven't already, make sure to join us over on Daily Dodge TV. You can go to the Daily Dodge TV page on dailydodge.com or just search Daily Dodge TV on YouTube. I think it's time for a little demonstration of this monster we've been talking about. First, very important question, and this might be a silly one, and it's going to show how uninformed I am about these things. Do we have a name for the robot? Do we name the robots?
We do. So this robot is named Sputnik.
Sputnik, okay.
Yeah. So it's like the Soviet satellite Sputnik, but it's Spudnik,
Okay.
like a potato. So
okay.
in all my years of robotics, me and my friend Ethan, who's also on the team, have named all of our robots after potatoes. For a while, it was just potato, and so now it's Spudnik. Now that we've gotten to high school.
That's clever. I like some thought went into naming it even. So there you go. Now I don't feel so silly. Well, I'll let you guys take it away. Give us a little demonstration. And so a couple of them are going to demo the robot again. You can view this on Daily Dodge TV. And then I think Owen here is going to give us a little bit of play-by-play of what they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah. So right now we have Tyler and Adam driving the robot here. So there's a lot of moving parts on this robot. So obviously we can drive around, and right now they're picking up a little block. So the main goal of this season was to pick up and transport these little blocks. Adam's not our main driver, so he's struggling a bit. You got it.
Hey,
so now it's in that little container, and he can spit that out to what's called a human player. And from there, the human player can make a specimen. That's what's in that little holder in the corner, if you could see that. And our goal was to clip that onto a little rung. The rung would not be held by there you go, just like that.
Okay.
So that would have been 10 points in our competition this year. So we, on our own, would average around 80 in a match. The world record is 457
Wow.
out in Washington. But the thing is, in these competitions, you're working with another team. So it's a 2v2 kind of matchup. And what's cool about this is, unlike other sporting events and things like that, you're working with another team, and that other team might be your opponents in the next match. So in competitions, we'd have 6 matches, and in one match, we might be with Team A and against teams B and C, but in the next match, we might be with Team C and against Team A and B. So it's really about connecting with those teams and being able to work together, communicate, and come up with a strategy that's going to work best with how your robots interact.
Can you talk a little bit? You were mentioning earlier that as part of these competitions, you have sections where they do what they're doing right, where Adam and Tyler are doing right now, where they're manually operating it versus the autonomous portion of it. Can you talk a little bit about the difference in what it can do autonomously versus what it can do when you've got manual operators?
Yeah. So obviously, right now they have 2 controllers that they're running. Tyler's running, or Adam's running the wheels, so he's driving the robot around, and Tyler's running all the lifts and arms and whatnot. They go up and down and in and out and spin. So right in this scenario, for 2 minutes, they score as many points as they can by picking up those blocks, turning them into the specimens, and then clipping them onto rungs like that. There's also an option that our other team, the Beaver Bot Specialized, where you could put them into a basket. There's another option. But then there's also that 30-second autonomous period at the beginning of these matches where your robot drives around on its own. So their controllers don't do anything in that period, and the robot is just pre-programmed to drive around and score points on its own.
Would you like me to demonstrate that, Owen?
I don't think we have space to do that.
I was gonna say, I assume it probably needs a little bit more space for that. I'm guessing, but
So because it kind of runs around the whole field. What ours looked like is it would score 2 of those little clips all on its own. So it'd score 2 of them on its own, and then it would park in a little parking area at the end of that 30 seconds.
Adam or Tyler, could you kind of show the camera the controllers you're using? I'll go like this. There we go.
They're actually old PS4 controllers.
So they're PlayStation 4 controllers.
Yeah.
And you turn them into robotics controllers.
Yep.
That's pretty. What's can you explain some of the functionality of? I mean, is it pretty straightforward of what you kind of expect?
Yeah, I'll go first. The driving is pretty simple. Forward, back, just on the joystick. Pretty easy. And then one of the cool things about this robot is we can move. Sorry.
There you go. You're good. I know.
So one of the cool things is we can move side to side, called strafing. So we can just go straight lines back and forth on the sides of our robot, which is just controlled by the triggers on the front of the robot. And it gives us a bunch more of maneuverability around the field. It allows us to avoid some of the hazards and like other robots and stuff like that.
Okay, very
That's
cool.
another cool coding aspect. We can actually make any button do anything we want on the robot.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Again, we are with Tyler Winkle, Adam Paul, and Owen Hemling there with the Beaver Dam High School robotics program, the Robo Hackers and the Beaver Bots, and pretty cool, pretty neat demonstration there of the robot of Spudnik, which I love that name, and I appreciate you giving the explanation. One of the things you guys got to do recently that we want to talk about was Robotics Advocacy Day at the state capitol. Talk a little bit about that, how that went, and what that was all about.
Yes. So last Tuesday, you can see a picture. I'm up there, kind of top right. So this was an opportunity that I went on. Unfortunately, it was on a school day. It's kind of hard to pull everybody out there. But this is the first Wisconsin State Student Board of Directors, which I'm a part of. So that's what that picture is of. And this is an opportunity that I got to go on and speak to our local representatives about STEM and FIRST Robotics. We are advocating for a budget increase to a DPI grant that teams can use to help fund these robots, which we utilize along with our sponsors. And so I got to talk to Representative Mark Bourne and Senator John Jagler, as well as got to meet with the governor's education staffer, which is a really, really cool experience. And so I got to go there and advocate for this program that's done a lot for us, and try to help secure funding for the longevity of this program.
Can you talk and just kind of hit on some of the bullet points that you got to talk about to some of the representatives? I imagine you probably got a chance to talk about some of the lifelong skills that come with this. Can you touch on some of those, just highlight some of those things?
Yeah, so a big part of our pitches was that fact that I harped on earlier with it's more than just robotics, right? You're gaining a lot of life skills, that interest in STEM, and really gaining the ability to speak to professionals, network with other people, other teams, professionals, stuff like that. And so there's just a lot more to it than just having fun building a robot, right? And there's a lot of good things and good outcomes, benefits to this program that we find really, really important. And so we kind of just talked a lot about that to our representatives. Yeah.
Very good. I know one of the things that is really important to the robotics program, and that can't happen, is community involvement, including sponsors that get involved and help you guys out with this. It can't really be done. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So obviously, even at there's another step up in robotics competitions called FRC. We're part of FTC, First Tech Challenge. FRC is a lot bigger robots, a lot more expensive. But even at this slightly smaller scale, it is still very expensive to buy the parts and keep this team running. So we are very, very grateful for our sponsors, Generac, John Deere, the Beaver Dam Education Foundation, and Paswell Drywall. Without these sponsors, we just wouldn't be able to run our own team as well as that second team, which was a huge development for us this year. So with all of those sponsors, without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So we're really grateful for them.
Got Tyler Winkle, Adam Paul, and Owen Hemling join us with the Beaver Dam High School Robotics Program, the Robo Hackers, and the Beaver Bots. And we've got a big, as you can see, there's a lot that goes into robotics. A lot of interesting things we got to learn. If you want to learn more, let's talk about the big showcase event you guys got coming up next Wednesday. Fill us in on all the details.
Yeah, so Wednesday, February 19th, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Beaver Dam High School Library. You'll get a chance to meet with both teams and all of the members, kind of see what we've done this season. We'll go over all of our accomplishments, kind of what we've learned, what we built, all of that kind of stuff. You'll get a chance to drive the robots, and there'll be light refreshments, and we'll get to celebrate our first graduating class from the robotics program. And it'll just be a really great opportunity to kind of see what we do. If you're interested in robotics, either at the high school level or even at the middle school and elementary level, we're planning on starting teams at those levels to give more kids opportunities in the STEM field. If you're interested at all in STEM or robotics, that'd be a great opportunity to come see what we do and talk to us about what that looks like.
And this is open to the public. Anybody can come
Yes.
in and check it out, whether, if they've got somebody interest or they've just always been curious about it, or they've hearing about it maybe for the first time here today and they want to learn more. It's open to anybody that wants to come and check it out.
Yep, that's right.
Awesome. Again, that is Owen Hemling. We also have Adam Paul and Tyler Winkle with us, and we'll just go around and kind of give you guys the last word, how people can support the robotics program and why they should come and check out the showcase.
Yeah, so if you would like to support us, obviously there are opportunities for sponsorships. Any amount of money helps, or parts or anything like that. Another big thing, especially in our area being a rural area, is the mentorship and kind of coaching. I will tell you there is no experience needed to coach or mentor these teams, especially in those younger elementary and middle school level. So if you do have a kid that is interested in robotics, it's a great opportunity to watch them grow and give them that opportunity to participate in such a great program. And then if you are interested or know somebody who would be interested in a robotics program like this at any level of school, K through 12, we do have openings and are planning on opening that up to anybody coming into high school, anybody coming into elementary or middle school, because we do want to give these opportunities to everybody in the Beaver Dam area. So if you are interested, you can go onto the Beaver Dam High School website and then the robotics page. You can come to the showcase on Instagram. You can message us saying that you're interested. There's just a bunch of other ways that you can contact us expressing your interest in robotics.
All right, very good. That is Owen Hemling. Adam Paul, what should folks know about supporting the robotics program, and why should they come out and check out the robotics showcase next Wednesday?
Robotics is really just a great opportunity to get involved in STEM, because this is where the future's headed in this kind of stuff. Get involved early. Like Owen said, any level of kids, K through 12, it doesn't matter. We're going to try to start a Lego League team next year, potentially. Try to get some of those younger kids involved. Come to the showcase. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of fun. Talk to some of us, meet some great people.
That is Adam Paul. And finally, Tyler Winkle, same question to you.
Yeah, we're always open to sponsors. Anything helps. We need parts. We need to be able to fund our teams, and especially with our FLL plans, we're going to have to fund them. We're going to have to find practice times and areas, and we want to help expand our growth and help all the kids K through 12, so anyone interested can just do what we do, and it's amazing.
Before we go, two very quick things. Number one, I forgot to ask about the beautiful hardware sitting in front of us on the table. Just briefly tell us about those.
Yeah, so this year we had two competitions, and we were lucky enough to win an award at both of them. So on our right here, we have the Motivate Award. We got that for our outreach in the community and the amount of people we reached and impacted with STEM opportunities through all the various things that we've done, and we can show you that at the Robotics Showcase on the 19th. And then this one right here in front of me is called the Think Award. That's the second highest award you can win at a first competition. And this was focused on our robot instead of our outreach. And it was about how we designed and thought through our robot and designed it, and just all the thinking and planning that went into our robot. They really liked that.
The other thing we should touch on before we get you out of here is these things don't happen without some good guidance. And you guys have some good guidance from somebody who's here with us today, too. And since she's not coming on the air with her, I'll let you guys embarrass her and tell us about this person you brought along and her role with the team.
Yeah, so along with us, we have my mom and our head coach, Melissa Hemling. She's been my coach for the past 10 years in first. And again, it's one of those things where she didn't have any experience in robotics, still doesn't have any experience in robotics, but she's willing to come out at all our practices and give us this great opportunity. And we're really appreciative of her and all of our other mentors that make this stuff possible. So, yeah.
Had to get a tease in for her as well. Again, Owen Hemling, Adam Paul, and Tyler Winkle joining us with the Beaver Dam High School robotics program, the Robo Hackers and the BeaverBots. Guys, thanks so much for coming in this morning. It was great. Thanks for demoing the robot, and folks want to check that out up close. It's fun to watch it on video, but I got to tell you, it's different when you get to see right there. So definitely encourage you to head out to the Beaver Dam High School Robotics Showcase coming up next Wednesday, February 19th, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Beaver Dam High School Library. So go and check that. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, your store for floors and so much more. Whether it's time for new flooring, new countertops or cabinets, or you're looking to update that bathroom with a new shower or tub, the team at Professional Floor Covering has you covered. When it comes to countertops in your kitchen or your bathroom, there's a lot of important choices to make. The material, the color, the pattern, all makes a difference in how your project is going to turn out. And fortunately for you, at Professional Floor Covering, they offer a large selection of quartz, granite, marble, and laminate countertops, and they will help you find the perfect countertop that works with your project. 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam, online at PROFLR.com. We're back with more Hometown Today coming up next on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
ahead with what's happening. It's Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, your store for floors and so much more. Whether it's flooring, countertops, cabinets, or that shower or tub, the team at Professional Floor Covering has got you covered and getting your project done right. If you're looking at putting in new cabinets, you want them to both look amazing and you want them to last for years to come. That is so important, and that is why at Professional Floor Covering, they have teamed up with some of the top brands to offer you some of the top quality and craftsmanship available on the market. And so whether you're doing traditional, modern cabinets, and everything in between, their cabinetry team is there to help inspire and create your dream kitchen. Professional Floor Covering, 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam. Give them a call at 920-887-9972 or visit them online at proflr.com. Our thanks again to Tyler Winkle, Adam Paul, Owen Hemling, and of course their coach Melissa Hemling for joining us in the first hour of the show today. It was really, really fun to get to learn a little bit more about the robotics program at Beaver Dam High School and get to see a little bit of the demonstration of the robot. If you missed that, we did a little demo. You can go back and watch that on Daily Dodge TV over at DailyDodge.com as well as on Daily Dodge TV on YouTube. So look that up. Don't forget the South Central Wisconsin Career Expo is just around the corner. If you are a hiring manager, a business owner, an HR specialist in charge of making sure you've got enough folks for your organization, you want to take advantage of the South Central Wisconsin Career Expo coming up Tuesday, April 22nd from 9:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Beaver Dam High School. You'll get a chance to visit with hundreds of high school juniors and seniors as well as adult job seekers from our area, looking for roles just like what you have available, whether it's retail, whether it's manufacturing, healthcare, you name it. Great opportunity to connect with job seekers here in the Dodge County area. And if you want to learn more and get registered, signed up, space is limited, so don't wait too long to get registered. You can find all the details on DailyDodge.com. When we come back, we'll sit down with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department and talk about some of the great festivities coming up here in the Beaver Dam area. That's when we come back on Hometown Today from 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, Powered by Daily Dodge, Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering. Also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. Happy to welcome in our next guest on the show this morning. Always exciting to sit down and have our monthly visit with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department and talk about some of the fun activities coming up. There's always something to do here in the Beaver Dam area, and we're joined by Jana Stevens with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department. Jana, always a pleasure.
Well, you too. Thanks for having me, Cale.
Absolutely, and we'll jump right into it and talk about some of the fun stuff coming up later on. We're gonna look back a little bit on some of the things that you guys just had happen recently, but we'll jump right in because you have something really fun coming up in just a couple of days here.
Right, Friday night. It's February 14th,
Valentine's Day. You got to have
Right.
something to do for Valentine's
That's
Day.
right.
And, throughout the week this week, we've kind of been talking about different options for, some of the couples and adults. But we got to have something for everybody. So you guys have a great something coming up.
Yes, we're hosting a family glow dance party at the Watermark. We're teaming up with the Beaver Dam Community Library, and we're hosting the Glow Dance Party from 6 to 8 p.m. There'll be lots of dancing and fun, some crafts, some snacks, and just a nice time to get together and celebrate the people that you love and get out on a Friday night.
And this is going to be held at the Watermark here in town?
Yes,
Okay.
the Watermark. It's a community center
Yeah.
located at 209 South Center Street, and we're just excited to have everyone join us and whatever your family looks like, we're planning on a great time.
Should be, sounds like a lot of fun. Any cost involved with coming out and enjoying the Glow Dance Party?
No, that's one of the nice things
Yeah.
about it, that it's absolutely free. It is from 6 to 8 p.m., and we will have some snacks there.
Okay.
We do recommend, if you're going to eat dinner, to try to eat that before, after
Sure.
the event, but we will have some snacks and punch, and you might wear some of that off dancing. We're going to have lots of fun and dancing for people of all ages. Again, it's for families, whether you're a couple or you have kids or grandkids, whoever you want to come and have fun, a little bit of fun with.
That's a good idea. It could be grandma, maybe mom and dad want to go out for dinner, and grandma and grandpa can bring the kids down to the Glow Dance Party. That's always an option. And again, that's coming up this Friday, February 14th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. At the Watermark on South Center Street here in Beaver Dam. Anything else we need to touch on that one before we move on?
If people have more questions, they can always give us a call at the Recreation Department. Our number is 920-887-4639. I almost gave
Almost
out
gave out your personal cell phone number, yeah.
Well, it would have been my work cell phone.
Okay.
So that would have been fine. But
Yeah, there you go.
Our department office number is 920-887-4639.
All right, very good. Again, that's coming up this Friday, February 14th from 6 to 8 at the Watermark in Beaver Dam. And all that information, of course, can be found on, you've got it on the Beaver Dam Recreation Department Facebook page, on the website as well. And really, we should mention that all the things we're talking about today are available both in those forms and part of the Community Courier, too, as well.
Right. We publish the Community Center Courier every other month. Right now, the edition is January, February, so it has all of our activities for January and February and a little beyond. We always try to, share things out a little ways for those people that like to save the date or put things on their calendar and get organized. So, they can look for that either in hard copy or on our website.
All right, very good. Again, Jana Stevens joining us with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department, and plenty of other things going on. I know, obviously, Jana, this is the time of year that we're in where people are still pretty conscious about their health and, maybe still have some better health and fitness goals. And the Beaver Dam Recreation Department offers kind of a number of different fitness programs for people to take advantage. Talk about a little bit about those.
Right. Well, like other organizations that offer fitness classes and opportunities, we always see an uptick in January, February for people who are enthusiastic about getting more exercise and eating healthy and all that. We have a couple different kinds of yoga classes, chair yoga, yoga, gentle yoga. We have strong bodies and strength and mobility for people who like to incorporate some weights in their workouts. We have a class called Active Older Adult Exercise that incorporates a variety of activities. That was initially arthritis exercise, but we changed the names because it can be for anyone. It's really good stretching and a little bit of light weights, and so a variety of classes to appeal to different abilities and interests.
Okay.
We also have the Watermark Walkway.
Yeah, I was going to say, on kind of that same note, maybe if people are good with their workout routine, but this is that time of year where it's a little not the funnest, pleasant conditions outside to go for a walk, and so we maybe want to walk inside, and the Watermark offers that option as well.
Right. We've seen a lot of people taking advantage of that. Again, it's free for anyone who lives in the city of Beaver Dam. If you live outside of the city of Beaver Dam, it's a $25 annual fee to use the facility. So that's very reasonable for people who are non-residents of the city of Beaver Dam. Can come walking anytime that we are open. Our building's open during the week, 8 to 4. Wednesdays we are open a little bit later until 9 o'clock, so 8 to 9 on Wednesdays, and people are welcome to come. And we see a lot of people just walking for fitness, some people preparing for surgery, knee surgery, hip surgery, and also recovering, just kind of getting back to their getting back up to speed after surgery. It's a great thing.
Yeah, great option for that rehab after a surgery. So so if you live in Burnett or Minnesota Junction, and you're not a big fan of the winter weather, and you want somewhere to be able to walk indoors, but you maybe don't want the a full gym membership or something like that, $25 for the year, and you're covered. So it's a great option. And what are the hours available for the walkway at the Watermark?
8 to 4. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Okay.
And 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Wednesdays.
Okay, very, very good. And kind of keeping along the topic of health and wellness, you guys have a big clinic coming up. Talk about that.
Yes, we are partnering with O'Connell Pharmacy to offer vaccine clinics. We've been doing that for a while now, and we have another one coming up on Thursday, February 20th. It's from noon to 5 p.m., and people do have to make their appointments through O'Connell Pharmacy. It's very easy. It can be done online, or you can call. The information is in our courier, how to get a hold of them, and they have a variety of vaccinations available. COVID, flu, pneumonia, hepatitis B, shingles, just a variety of things. So if you haven't gotten that flu shot or a pneumonia, I know that the cases are high, and it's still a good time.
They are going around.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people obviously like to do some of those flu shots and things in the fall, but it's really not too late because the season is still picking up, and we probably, I hate to say it, but we got probably a good month or two or maybe 3 left of that season. So still worth protecting yourself if you've been lucky enough to avoid it so far. Number one, you're pretty lucky because I don't know many people that have managed to avoid it. So a great opportunity. And again, if you just want to remind the date and time.
Yeah, the date is Thursday, February 20th from noon to 5 p.m. at the Watermark. They can call or make an appointment online with O'Connell Pharmacy, and they will also be taking walk-ins. So if you're not sure what your day is going to look like, or something changes, you can or you just don't want to make an appointment, you can walk in also. Sure.
Talking with Janice Stevens with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department, and lots more of things to cover when we come back here on Hometown Today from 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings. We are visiting with Jana Stevens with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department, talk about some of the great things that they've got to offer, some of the activities, some of the upcoming events. And Jana, it is that time of year. I don't know about you, but we have been busy filing our taxes. It is tax season.
That's right.
The employers have had to have those W-2s out now for about a week and a half, and should have all those programs. And taxes can be kind of confusing, can't they?
That's right.
But there's some help at the recreation department.
There is. We offer lots of fun activities and events through the recreation department, and we also offer a lot of important services.
Yeah.
One thing that's really appreciated by hundreds of people in the community is the AARP Tax Aid program. That program is for people of all ages. Sometimes it's deceiving when you hear AARP.
Yeah.
You think it's just for seniors. This program just happens to be sponsored by the AARP
Sure.
Foundation. And it's a tax service for people of all ages, and available at the Watermark. It's
Okay.
going on now through April 4th. That's a Friday, and April 4th. But please try not to wait until the very last minute.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
Because we do have a limited number of preparers.
Sure.
They've gone through training and process of testing. Very, very competent preparers that are there on Thursdays from 11:30 to 2:30, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. People do have to make appointments in advance.
Okay.
And we have volunteers who are taking those appointments at the Watermark. People can call 920-887-4639, extension 705, to make an appointment with one of our volunteers. They can make those appointments between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Thursdays
Okay.
or Fridays. And we appreciate people calling during that time, speaking with a volunteer, or they can leave a voicemail, a message, and a volunteer will get back to them to schedule an appointment.
Okay. Is there any kind of limits or stipulations on kind of the types of taxes if you got you own 3 businesses and foreign stocks, and is this a little bit more for kind of those simple taxes?
Yes, it's for simpler taxes, homestead. Our preparers are very capable, but this program is really intended for less complex taxes, and the service is free, and we do appreciate people keeping that in mind.
Sure.
And for those people that are interested, they can come to the Watermark or look on our website in the Community Center Courier. On page 8, it lists all of the information.
Sure.
As you know, there's a lot to keep in mind when you're
Yep.
doing your taxes, and we have a nice list put together of all the things that they need to bring with them. And so the more organized and prepared they are for the appointment, the better the tax preparers can serve them. Our volunteers will also remind people when they make the appointment of the things that they need to bring with them too. But we have it all in writing in our Community Center Courier if they want to pick up a copy.
Okay, very good. Chatting with Janice Stevens with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department, and we talk about some of the fun activities and events you guys put on, but we also talk about some of the services, and you really are there too to kind of be a part of the community and help the community and be a help where you can. And one of those areas is to help our neighbors all over with a blood drive coming up. Talk about that.
Right. This service started during the pandemic. I believe it was in 2020 that we started hosting community blood drives. Versity is at the Watermark about once a month on Fridays. The next one is coming up on Friday, March 7th, and we hold them from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And it's just a really important service. We're hearing all the time about all of the disasters and things happening, and just a real need from the organizations that do provide blood for our hospitals and for other outlets that we feel this is one way that we are helping, our community and the nation.
Very, very good. And again, that is coming up March 7th. March 7th, 7 to 11:30. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And of course, you can learn more at all the places that Jana mentions, and we'll continue to mention throughout the program. We were talking earlier about the walking track that's available at the Watermark, and in order to enjoy that, your feet got to be in pretty good shape. Well, they got to be, usable. And you guys have a foot clinic coming up. Talk a little bit about that.
That's right. We started offering foot clinics a couple of years ago and have expanded those. We have two certified nurses, foot care specialists, that provide those services. They are at the Watermark a variety of days. It keeps changing because the demand is strong enough, so I can't even list off all of the different days of the month that they're there. But again, the best resource for this information is our community center courier. People can make their appointments through the Watermark, and it's just really great. It's a half-hour. They take half-hour appointments. The fee is very reasonable, and they serve people. If you can't reach your feet that easy anymore, if it's just a matter of that, and it's easier to have someone do it, or if you really need more specialized care, if you have diabetes or some other things going on with your feet or your health in general, they are nurses who are trained to handle these types of things.
All right, very good. Again, Jana Stevens is with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department. You can always find all the information on some of these things on their website, on their Facebook page, or just stop down to the Watermark during the week and on South Center Street here in Beaver Dam and pick up a copy of the Community Center Courier or talk with Jana or one of the great folks down there at the Watermark. Before we go to a break, you guys are also always offering up some fun classes, and you've got another one for those that want to get into sewing.
Right. We have another class coming up. We are partnering with Nancy Zeman Studios, and we have a class coming up on Tuesday, February 18th, a Mardi Gras table runner. So if you want something fun and festive for Mardi Gras and you want to get together with a fun group of people, you can sign up at the Watermark for the Mardi Gras table runner class. And that, again, is on Tuesday, February 18th. And the time is 1 to 3 p.m., and it's for anyone who is 18 and over.
All right, very good. And again, all the details available on the Beaver Dam Recreation website, and you can also pick up a copy of the Community Center Courier, all the details in that as well. We've got plenty more to talk about with Jana when we come back here on Hometown Today from 95.3 WBEV. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam, where they continue to have a mattress sale now through this Saturday, February 15th. McKinstry's is proud to offer Simmons and Sybil mattresses made right here in Wisconsin. Both of these quality mattress companies offer many benefits to you at low prices. Adjustable bases also on sale for this big event. With adjustable bases, you can find the most comfortable sleeping position for your body. They can also arrange the disposal of your old mattress set, and of course, McKinstry's offers free delivery and setup. They have also marked down sheets and mattress protectors for this sale. So stop into the mattress sale at McKinstry's Home Furnishing, celebrating 167 years in downtown Beaver Dam, where customers matter and quality counts. Hometown Today comes back after this on 95.3 WBEV.
WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, your store for floors and so much more. And joining us on the phone right now is Randy with Professional Floor Covering. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. I haven't had to break out the snowblower quite yet, but it looks like that's probably going to be happening this week.
Yeah, they're talking tomorrow and then again on Friday, huh?
Yeah, we're looking. Maybe we'll actually get some real snow. I don't know. We'll see. Last time, 2 or 3 days ahead of time, they were saying 8 inches, and then we got a dusting on Saturday, and so we'll see what happens. But it is Valentine's Day coming up on Friday, Randy, and yeah, I could go out and get the wife a nice necklace or bring home some flowers that'll die in a week. But I bet what she would really, really love is if I finally got that shower retiled, and that is one of the great things that you can do at Professional Floor Covering.
Absolutely. I wouldn't recommend coming in here and setting it all up and just getting it done. I would recommend giving her a gift certificate.
Yes, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about some of the other things that Professional Floor Covering has to offer.
Well, we've been pretty busy working on cabinet plans here, drawing up plans for kitchen remodels, and been doing a fair amount of bathroom remodels too.
Yeah, it's kind of
I think we got a big tile shower going right now. I think there's 2 or 3 sitting here waiting to go. There's plenty going on here.
Yeah.
But now is that time, that tax return season is coming up, and you pretty much know if you're getting one or not. And what a better way to spend it is something for your home to make your life a little softer, a little cushier, a little nicer.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If you're getting a tax return, we're talking about all that snow we're going to get, and here in Wisconsin, we drag all that moisture and salt into the house, and you want some durable flooring at the entrances, and that's you guys at Professional Floor Covering have just got a fantastic selection of different flooring options, don't you?
Yeah, we sure do. That's one of the more important things here at Professional Floor Covering. We try to educate you and sell you things that are going to last and hold up. We don't necessarily want you buying something that's not going to make you happy in a couple of years.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Once you come in, we show you the difference between what we have and what some of our competition sells, and it's kind of it's pretty enlightening. You're like, wow, there's a pretty big difference.
Yeah, that's really important too. That people educate themselves and they know what they're getting into. They know the type of team they're working with, because I know obviously your team really does a thorough job and makes sure that you come out and you do the measurements for free, and you make sure people know what their options are and what the prices are going to be.
Right. I mean, we have something to fit every price group. Whatever your income, we have something that'll work for you. But, some things work better than others, and we'll steer you in the right direction and explain that to you.
All right, very good. And let folks know how they can get a hold of you, where they can find you.
713 Park Avenue, BROFLR.com, Monday through Friday.
And
we are not open on Saturdays.
All right, and the phone number?
920-887-9972.
All right, Randy, thanks so much for joining us. All right, that is Randy with Professional Floor Covering here in Beaver Dam. We are back with Janice Stevens with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department. Lots of great things happening around Beaver Dam. One of the things you have coming up is, it's one of those conversations that people aren't always super comfortable having, but it's a really, really important one when it comes time for it to go into play, which is funeral planning. And sometimes people don't really know where to start with that, but you guys have something that you are offering up for that.
Right. Funeral planning, know before you go, is the name of the workshop, and we have a couple of people coming in from Capsule Funeral Home that will talk about all the things that you need to know to plan ahead. And I think that we have all experienced loss in our life, and it's really a hard thing to do, making a lot of these decisions when that happens, especially when it's unexpected. So just to plan and prepare. People don't need to make any big decisions the day that we do the workshop. It's more informational, educational, and something to think about, and hopefully make that next step a little bit easier for people to make those decisions.
Yeah.
And think about who they want to talk to about these decisions, or bring someone, a family member along.
And I encourage people too. I think it's fairly typical for people to think about these types of, doing this type of thing, when they're in their 50s or their 60s, or, but I've always really encouraged that if you are an adult, generally, these are good things, because you just don't know, right? We just don't know. And I've been through enough experience to know, like, this is a really great thing to do for your loved ones that you're going to leave behind. Yes, hopefully, if you're 32 years old, hopefully you're going to outlive somebody, but you just never know. And it's just a real nice peace of mind that things are taken care of regardless of what happens. And hopefully you don't have to use it for a very, very long time. But yeah, don't just be thinking about that. Just if you're a senior, everybody 18 and older should be thinking about those kinds of things.
Exactly. And the date is Wednesday, March 12th. Time is 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. It is at the Watermark, 209 South Center Street, and it is for people 18 and over. So anyone to think about their own plans, maybe, if they're going to be responsible or making some of those plans for another family member. So they will make it a very comfortable and informational workshop.
All right, very good. Well, let's shift the focus a little bit and talk a little sports. There's some sports opportunities here in Beaver Dam. One of them being something which has exploded both nationwide here, but in Beaver Dam here over just the last couple of years, pickleball. And obviously, I know you're thinking, looking outside and looking at the forecast, going, Kale, I don't think I'm going to be playing pickleball out there anytime soon. But there's some indoor opportunities for pickleball.
That's right. We get together every month, and I don't think that there's a month that we don't talk about pickleball.
I know.
New people, different people are listening all the time, and we want them to know that there are indoor opportunities. On Wednesday nights, we offer pickleball, open pickleball at the middle school, Beaver Dam Middle School. It's located on 4th Street, and it's from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. People can check it out if they're not sure they want to get involved. They can go and check it out once, but we do require people to register. There is a fee, a very small fee, $12 for people who live in the city of Beaver Dam, and $18 for those who live outside the city limits to get involved. And the indoor opportunity is available through May 21st.
Okay, very good. And if softball is maybe more people's tempo, there's going to be adult summer softball coming up starting in kind of the late spring.
Right. Registration is now open. So I know that we have snow in the forecast, but now is the time to start getting your team together, talking to people. It is $600 per team. That sounds like kind of a big number, but when you kind of figure it out with the number of people that are on a team, the program starts in May and goes through August. It's a couple of dollars per person per night, but we do require the total fee up front to register a team. So talk to friends, family, get those plans together, because registration will sneak up. The deadline is April 10th, And that sounds like a long way away to a lot of people.
Not
but
that far off.
It's not that far off.
No, it's coming up pretty quick. And again, if you're interested, you want to learn more, you want to get registered right away, get your team signed up, you can visit the website, cityofbeaverdam.com/rec. That's REC. Sticking on kind of the sports topic, you guys have a Milwaukee Brewers bus trip coming up.
Yes, it's a May date, Wednesday, May 28th. The Milwaukee Brewers will be playing the Boston Red Sox.
Okay.
And we've gone to a Brewer game in July the last couple of years.
Sure.
And it's been pretty darn hot.
It can get a little warm in July, not going to lie.
yeah,
Ballpark
yeah.
gets a little hot.
Yeah, and we didn't plan for that. We didn't, really expect that, but we wanted to kind of pick a good team and a day that worked for those involved, and it just happened to be really hot. So we're going to try a game in May and see what happens. Hopefully it's not 100 degrees on May 28th, but I will say that the people that went had a great time even though it was so hot, and we have great seats located in an area that is mostly shaded, so if people are concerned about that, we have a great location.
Yeah.
And that is something that people do have to register in advance with the recreation department. We have a limited number of seats.
Yep, with the bus, there's going to be a limited, and so you got to sign up quick.
Yeah,
and they're pretty popular usually, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. We usually do fill the bus, and so I expect that to be the case this year. And in most cases, it's easier to register and get a refund than it is to try to register after the bus is full.
Yep, exactly. If baseball is maybe not your style, there's some other travel opportunity as well through the Beaver Dam Recreation Department.
Right. And speaking of filling the bus, we have a trip to Door County that we are planning. That is in June, and the bus is full already.
Okay,
that
good
was
to know.
Hot. In a sense of being popular, not hot.
Yeah, weather-wise.
Temperature-wise. So that trip filled, and we have so many people interested that we're looking at scheduling another date later in the summer or early fall.
So keep an eye out.
All is not lost. We are looking at more opportunities there. And I'm in the process of working on some other day trip opportunities, and we'll be rolling those out just in the next couple of weeks. So anyone interested in more day trips should stay tuned on that. We also offer extended tours.
Yeah.
We work with Premier World Discovery, Mayflower, and Colette to offer extended tours, which are popular. One of the great things about working with these companies is they offer hometown pickup and return. So people don't have to worry about getting to the airport, especially a lot of our flights do go out of Chicago and Milwaukee, so they don't have to worry about that. They get picked up at the watermark and brought back to the watermark. And we do have a show coming up, a travel show hosted by Colette.
Okay.
They will be featuring a few tours. I'm going to peek just to make sure I get this right. The featured tours will be Iceland, New York City Holiday, and our 2026 tours.
Okay.
We do take requests, so that usually, they have so many fabulous tours, it's hard to pick. So when we get feedback from people, we look at the different options that the companies have and try to offer people things that they're requesting. So that travel show is Monday, March 10th from 1 to 2 p.m. at the Watermark.
All right, very good. So a lot of fun stuff coming up here with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department. And we've got just a few minutes left with you, but beyond some of those fun activities we've been talking about here this hour, there's a number of ongoing things that you guys have going on, particularly for the 50-plus crowd. Talk about a couple highlights of those.
Right. I just want to remind everyone that we have lots of things going on, card groups, games, like Scrabble and those types of board games, recreational activities, including a book club, a quilting group, We have our hooks and needles crochet group. Wood burning and wood carving is a very popular program. And Wii bowling. So a little bit of variety for different interests and tastes and different days and times of the week. So check it out in the Community Center Courier and see if there's something that sparks your interest, and come and check it out.
All right, very good. And another great program coming up at the Watermark has to do with food, nutrition, food security. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, we partner with a lot of great businesses and organizations in the area. We work with UW Extension on this program, their FoodWise program, and Kimberly from FoodWise comes in and does some lessons for us, and she has 3 coming up in the month of February and March. One is on fitness fun, heart healthy meals, and cooking and seasoning with herbs. Ooh. And those are free, half hour, very short, lots of great information in a short amount of time. They are on Wednesdays before
From Margazan
our lunch
to Marshall
program, the meal site, from 11 to 11:30. So
Okay.
get a little information and have some lunch.
All right, very good. Again, visiting with Jana Stevens with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department. Just a couple minutes left of the show, and I know we really like to touch on, when we have you in, we do like to try to touch on what's going on with our parks. And obviously, first and foremost, we just a couple of weeks ago had Cabin Fever Fest. How were things with Cabin Fever Fest?
Fabulous. It was one of the best years that we've had. The weather was very cooperative. We had ice skating at both Crystal Lake Park and Tahoe Park. Lots of great activities inside and out. We want to thank, there are too many partners to thank and name individually, but that makes the event possible. And it's always the last Saturday of January, and so we'll be back again next year with fun activities for people of all ages. And the idea is just to get out of the house and enjoy some activities in the community. And I'm happy to say that the conditions are looking pretty good for either sledding or skating in the next
skating is
few
definitely
days.
good right now. It looks like maybe by this time next week, sledding might be a pretty good possibility here. So that's exciting. And remind folks where they can do those activities here in Beaver Dam.
So we have ice skating available at Tahoe Park and also at Crystal Lake Park. And we have the warming houses open to use on Saturdays and Sundays from 1 to 4. So if people want to have a place to go in and put their skates on and take off and maybe warm up a little bit, those are open on Saturdays and Sundays from 1 to 4. But otherwise, the skating rinks are available during park hours.
All right.
And also have the sledding hills at Crystal Lake Park and Waterworks Park.
At Waterworks, yeah. And I got a chance to bop around town a little bit for Cabin Fever Fest and got some pictures and stopped out by the Watermark and ran into you. And you were a happy camper with the weather and checked out the great vendor market. Stopped out to check out. I stopped out at Tahoe to check out the ice skating, and I mean the conditions were just perfect. I was kind of trying to stop at as many places. I was like, boy, I'm almost thinking about giving that up just so I can stay here and ice skate because the conditions were absolutely perfect. Anything else you just want to hit on really quickly before we get you out of here today?
The last thing I wanted to remind everyone of is park shelter reservations.
Yes.
Now is a great time to reserve that park shelter for a graduation party, birthday party, family reunion, whatever the event is. If you're looking at doing something this summer and you want to reserve a shelter, now is the time.
All right, very good. Jana Stevens with the Beaver Dam Recreation Department. Of course, everything we talked about today is available in the Community Center Courier, which is available at the Watermark. You can also check out lots of that stuff on the website, cityofbeaverdam.com/REC. And also definitely worth following you guys on Facebook as well, because you post a lot about the different events and activities you got going on.
Absolutely.
So follow you there. So, Jana, always a pleasure to chat with you, and we look forward to our visit next month.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All All right, that is Jana Stevens with Beaver Dam Recreation Department, and that's going to do it for Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, presented by Professional Floor Covering, your store for floors, and so much more. If it's time to finally update that bathroom, they are the team that you are going to want to work with. They will help you design a shower that you can just unwind and relax in. From color, material choice, size, arrangement, there's lots of design choices, and their team will help you make just the right choices. Maybe you want to convert a shower to a glass enclosure with glass panels, or you're looking to do one of those tub to shower conversions to make it a little easier to get in and out. Their team is there to help. They'll come out, measure for free, get you a free quote, and have your project looking just right. Professional Floor Covering, 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam, or online at PROFLR.com. Taking Care of Business is coming up next here on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.